Lisa Lampanelli's amazing career in show business spans 3 decades. But a few years ago, the super successful comedian officially retired from doing stand-up. Now, she has found other ways to entertain fans. And we gotta say, Lampanelli's podcast, Losers with a Dream, is a sure winner.
I'm so proud of you, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I saw you Sunday. I hadn't seen you for a week because I'm very famous and I had to go to LA and be on real podcasts. So I come back and I'm like, somebody got skinny. Like, Bo definitely lost weight. And I go,
the happiness diet.
I know. I remember being like in love and stuff. And like that first 2 weeks, like, you don't care.
Yeah.
Be ready to gain some weight, though. And this is not, it's just science, okay?
Yeah.
You get
She's a scientist too. It's our pleasure to welcome back writer, actress, life coach, podcast host, and all-around funny human, the one, the only, Miss Lisa Lampanelli.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. It's been like years and years. You never get older. It's totally annoying.
No. I was going to say the same thing about you, Lisa Lampanelli. So because you said it's been a few years, because the last time I saw you, I was in your apartment. In the city.
Oh my God! Why do you think I moved out of the city? I had to get away. Just kidding.
You did move because I said, "Is that the apartment?" And you're like, "No, I'm in Connecticut." I made you move, didn't I?
I literally downsized amazingly because after retiring, because stand-up just wasn't feeling right anymore. I felt like I needed to do something else. I bought my parents' house where I grew up. And I'm telling you, I finally feel like I have a home and I have a little purpose with a small p. I don't have big purpose, but at least everything I do has a little bit of purpose in it.
No, everything you do is major to us, massive. You know what I mean? And I was like, it's funny that you said you retired from stand-up. Is it because but you're still, your podcast is funny. So is it like is it sit-down comedy we're calling this? Just because you're not standing up doesn't mean the laughs are gone.
Well, exactly. What happened was it's more of a serious podcast because it's about every issue me and these two millennial guys who I actually really enjoy the millennial community in that age group because they're open-minded. We talk about a big issue. So we'll take vulnerability, acceptance, fear of success, intimacy. Oh my God, like stuff that's really hard for men especially to talk about. And we dissect it, but also I do throw a little humor in there. Let's be honest. Lisa Lampanelli was a roaster first and foremost, so I have to, rib them a little bit. But every week it feels like we're helping people just kind of get a handle on the big stuff that's the human condition, and it feels really nice.
All right, so talk to us about the title, Losers with a Dream.
Okay, well, remember when I would do the roasts on TV, I would always make fun of everyone on the stage. And then I'd say, but enough about these losers with a dream. Let's talk about David Hasselhoff. So when we were thinking about a title for the podcast, I was like, we're all losers. Every one of us in life. We've lost. I've had many failures, in quotes, financial failures, etc. But that ended up, we still have a dream, which is belonging, connection, having fun, and some kind of purpose and meaning. So I'm like, hey, we're 3 losers trying to make our way through and make people feel less alone.
All right, so you're not alone with co-hosts like Nick and Bo. There's no way. They're always by your side. So what is it about them, like, that made you feel that sense of connection? And you said, I got to go on this journey with these two.
That's a great question because I honestly met them because one of my nieces said, hey, my friends are doing comedy. Can you come see them? I'm ready to go and break their hearts and tell them they stink because they're beginners, but they were actually good. But then at the diner later, I noticed they had vulnerable conversations. And honestly, I'm 60 years old.
What?
I've never seen men this age or any age talk as openly about life issues and struggles. I said, that's a podcast, dudes. And of course, then you know me, I'm a big Yenta. I took over. I had to do everything and be on every week. So we have so much fun. And now we're doing these live shows this weekend. I'm like, wow, this is a really good connection. And I didn't expect to have friends in them. And suddenly I find we're friends and we're talking. So I think it shows that age groups don't really have to be disparate. We can all be together and get something out of the relationship. I'm shocked, frankly.
Yeah, no, because we all have a connection, and it's you. And I feel you're the kind of person that can get along with anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really always did. The comedy I did was always so inclusive of every race, creed, color, sexual persuasion that I'm like, oh, no wonder I bonded with these guys who I literally have nothing in common with except we have feelings.
Okay, so Lisa Lampanelli, I just like saying your first and last name. Lisa Lampanelli, here's the deal. You said you're done with stand-up comedy, but your podcast, you still give us a little bit of that Lisa stuff that we like, right?
Sure.
And then now you're going to be taking your you're sitting down for the podcast, to a comedy place, Stress Factory. You guys are doing live shows of the podcast in New Jersey and Connecticut.
Yes,
correct?
What we decided was a lot of big major podcasts, way bigger than us, go to these theaters and these clubs and they do a taping and then air it. And I said, let's see if we like this, because you know what? I didn't like stand-up anymore as far as a lifestyle or an art form. But for me to sit down and be in that intimate space and talk to people and just record and see what happens with an audience, I think it's a good experiment. So yeah, Thursday we're doing Bridgeport, Connecticut, New Brunswick, Thursday is New Brunswick, New Jersey, and then Sunday, Connecticut. I'm like, wow, this is really going to be a cute experiment, and see if we like it. I have a feeling we will, because come on, let's be honest. I love a live audience. Come on. It's like, I can't shut up.
You're going to love it. We love you. And by the way, can we do an experiment and have Muchacha and I come over to your place for Christmas and see how that works out? Without you calling the cops.
150%. I would love it. That would be my honor.
Will you be serious, Lisa Lampanelli?
Yes, I am.
Are you even
going to be people over?
Are you going to be home? You're going to be home on Christmas?
Hell yeah, I'm doing like my mother used to. I'm doing a brunch and a slideshow, old school, with all the slides of us as kids. So you get to come and suffer through that.
All right. No, it's not suffering to us. We'll enjoy it. We cannot wait.
You're the sweetest.
We cannot
wait. I love you guys. And just real quick, I got to say, you guys really helped me get through the last year. I watched you every morning, and everyone in that crew somehow started to feel like family to me. I'm getting a little teary, but I'm absolutely telling you the truth. So thank you.
You are our family member, Lisa Lampanelli. We love you always. And everyone, be sure to check out our family member, Lisa Lampanelli's podcast. It's Losers with a Dream. It's available to download wherever you listen to podcasts, with new episodes available on Tuesdays. And she will be live with her crew at Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey tomorrow. And then on Sunday at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And then on Christmas Day, I think it's a Saturday, we will be at her house.
Yes, I'll see you soon, honey. God bless you. I love you all.
Love you, Lisa Lampanelli. See you soon.